The praises for government's move to utilize electric buses came during the ministerial session at the IRF Caribbean Congress, which featured over 10 representatives from Caribbean countries.
I've seen the buses that you have here. I've seen where the hydraulic systems, where they can go down to the ground to allow persons with wheelchairs accessibility. But it's a start, and I personally believe that Barbados is a great example to learn from because they've already started the race when many of us are behind.
We also heard how green energy is being utilized in traffic management.
What we're doing for the traffic lights is we're incorporating solar panels so that when we do have the different voltage issues with the power outages or just a voltage change that affects our configuration, we are actually going into the most vulnerable intersections with the high crash incidents and adding solar panels into these traffic signals, traffic areas, intersections. And we're starting with about 70 of them in the metro area, which are the most vulnerable ones, so that we can implement these resiliency factors and be moving towards the more or safer roads.
Participants also shared the steps taken to discourage driving under the influence in their countries.
Guyana is now introducing to the Parliament new legislation on the DUI to include criminal manslaughter for criminal vehicle manslaughter for people who use vehicles under the influence and cause deaths. But we are moving it a notch up higher. Bar owners who sell alcohol to persons who drive are going to be prosecuted.
The breathalyzer for Barbados, all of the work has been put in place, the equipment has been acquired, the police have been trained with a view to being able to roll out the program. When we met with the taxi operators, and we met with them in relation to looking at regulating their fares, because for many years, I think since 2008, there had been no regulation in terms of an increase in the taxi fares. And we felt that we needed to look at ensuring that persons who were using the vehicles, or putting down their vehicles rather, to be able to use a taxi, that they had certain certainty in terms of what that was going to cost, so that we didn't have that disparity across the system.
Insight was also given into the problem areas and policies in store for Jamaica.
In Jamaica, we have been having roughly 207 persons that have been killed since the start of this year. We have quite a number of them now who are on the road, who actually buy their license, and they are unable to even read and write. And we are looking at the traffic authority where we want to put in place vehicles where we know that they are of a certain standard. We have vehicles with crumple zones, front and back, electronic stability control, anti-lock braking system, side impact barriers. These are some of the things that we are looking to bring in to make sure that there's a standard.
An afternoon session saw a large turnout from the rank and file of the Barbados Police Service, as was noted by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transport, Mark Cummings.
Over the first day and the second day of the conference, we've had in excess of 60 police officers in attendance, and also on Saturday morning we have a special session where we will also be offering training to some members of the Barbados Police Service in black box inspection. This is motor vehicle black boxes. This is going to be done by one of the colleagues who came in from Jamaica. He is the director of the Road Transport Authority in Jamaica.
Reanne Phillips, CBC News.